Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome your host, Chris P. Bacon! It's great to see you. My name is Chris, and we're here to have some fun in Beacon Kids Zone today. We're going to play an amazing game called Guess the Price. And all that you have to do is tell me whether you think something is worth more or less than the item that came before it. So, we're going to start off really easy, because I'm going to tell you how much it cost. This is my Strawberry Laces hand soap. Are you using lots of hand soap at home at the moment? Let me see those hands. Show them to your screen. Are your hands nice and clean? Yes, well done everybody. It's good to see you're using the soap. Well, this soap cost me just £1. But do you think this hand soap was worth more or less than my amazing pencil case? This pencil case comes complete with loads of amazing coloured pens. Do you think that it costs more or less than £1 that I paid for this hand soap? Have a think, talk to the people in the room with you, and decide, is it worth more or less? Just 5 seconds left. Okay, what do you think the answer is? Is it more or less? Well, this pencil case cost £15, which is more than this hand soap. Now, who's ready to play another round of Guess the Price? So, I've got my amazing pencil case complete with all the pens. It costs £15. But do you think that my mobile phone is worth more or less than this pencil case? Let me tell you all about my mobile phone. It can get all the latest Kids Zone at Home and Smarties at Home video clips on it. It can also get onto all those amazing BBC bite-sized videos that I can watch on here as well. But do you think it is worth more or less than my amazing pencil case? Discuss it now. You've got 3 seconds to decide. 1, 2, 3. Time's up. What do you think? Is it worth more or less? It costs more. This mobile phone cost £150. Wow. Who's got that sort of money? Well, this costs £150 and is a very useful item for me to use. But do you think it is worth more or less than this very precious, it's only small, but very precious little bead? What do you think? It's a little bead that came in a set. Do you think it is sparkly? Do you think this is worth more or less than this phone? It's an amazing little bead. What do you think? More or less? 3 seconds. 1, 2, count with me. 3. That's right. Well, let me tell you, if you said less, you were right. This bead cost just 2 pence. It came in a set for just £1, and I got about 50 of them, which means it's only worth 2 pence. It's amazing, isn't it? I'm going to make something really brilliant with that later. Okay, we're up to the final one now. It's the same shape, but it's quite a bit bigger. This is a very special thing indeed. This is a precious pearl. Can you see? It is the biggest pink pearl that has ever been seen. Is it worth more or less? Sorry, Sarah, what was that? We have to finish now. What, you'll tell them the answer later, whether this precious pearl is worth more or less. Okay, well, Sarah, from me, Chris P. Bacon, it's back to you in the studio. Bye-bye!
Oh, hello. My name's Steve, and today I'm going to tell you a story that is in the Bible. do you have a favourite book or maybe a favourite toy? Something that you would pay all the money in the world for? Well, today I'm going to tell you about two parables which are in the book of Matthew. Now, a parable is the name of a story that Jesus used to maybe sometimes explain something a bit complicated. The first one is about a man working in a field. Now, he went to the field. He didn't own it, but he was busy working in it. And as he was there on his first day, he found something very, very interesting. He found some treasure. Now, he really wanted this treasure, so what he did, he left it in the field and went back home to get all of his money that he could find. Once he had his money, he went back, paid it all out so he could buy the field. And once he owned the field, it meant that he owned the treasure. Jesus also told a story about another man, a trader, a bit like a businessman. One day in his work, he found the most amazing, beautiful, sparkling, shining pearl. And again, like the man in the field, the merchant really wanted this pearl more than anything else. So what he did, he got all his possessions, everything he owned, collected it all up, everything that he had, and he sold it all. And he took his money back to the owner of the pearl and swapped it. So he gave the money back so he could have the pearl for himself. So these stories or parables aren't really about a pearl or about treasure. They're about the kingdom of God and about being a friend of Jesus, and how if we want to be his friend, it should mean that we would want to give up everything that we own. And here's another thought. Can you imagine how amazing it would be if there was someone who valued you that much that they would want to give up everything that they had? Maybe even their life. Stay safe. Stay home.
Yarr! This week we're doing pirates and I'm gonna do the memory verse. And you know, when I do memory verses, I give you little funny pictures to help you remember. So, let's work on this. So this week's memory verse is from the book of John, which is in the 4 Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke and John. And that's in the New Testament. That's right, and if you got that right, you would have got a sweetie if you've been here. Anyway, this is in John 15, verse 13. Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. I'll say that again. Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. And that's because this is the bit where Jesus is saying how much he loves us and he knows that he's going to be dying for us. So let's learn this. Okay, I thought I'd make it easier by having a few funny photos that will help you. So, and we'll have a few actions. I was going to point with this, and I'll do that, but I might need it for some of the actions as well. So, first picture is a grater, alright? So we can do a bit of grating with the cheese. So, grater, alright? Second one is love. So we're going to have a symbol like this. Okay. Click through. Okay. And that's a symbol like that over your heart. So you can do that. Make that little heart shape. Okay. So greater and heart. Okay. Next we're going to have has no one done this. I've got this picture of a unicorn. You might be saying to yourself, why, Andy, have you got a picture of a unicorn? Well, it says on here, too much glitter. Said no one ever. No one ever. No one's ever said that. There's no such thing as too much glitter. All pirates know that. So, has no one done this? No one ever. So, no one done this. Then I've got to lay down. And I'm going to do that action. And actually, in that action, is a little kitten. And the kitten's saying, can't I lie down and worship? because sometimes you feel like you just want to do that. You just want to lie down. So to lay down, you'll remember that when you see that picture. And then I've got one's life. So if you just see here, this is a bit more complicated. It's for the older ones of you. So here we've got a picture of very surprised looking dogs going, cats have 9 lives? But divided by 9. Now 9 divided by 9 is 1. One's life. Easy. So one's life. And then lastly, for one's friends. And here is a picture of 7 friends. There we go. So I think that's really easy. And it's like John 15 verse 13. So we better practice it. You've got to say it with me. Alright, as I go through this. Right then. So, greater. Make a grating sound. Love. Has no one than this. Do that. No one than this. To lay down one's life for one's friends. I think you can remember that. Okay, click through. And let's do it without the words. So, here we go. Are you ready? First off is greater love has no one than this. No one than this. Than to lay down one's life for one's friends. I think you can remember that. Okay, Maddie. Click through to that. Let's just go through it one more time. Greater love has no one than this to lay down one's life for one's friends. And that's John 15 verse 13. Click through. Oh, right. So we'll do it without the pictures now and I'll read it out. Greater love has no one than this to lay down one's life for one's friends. Now, you do it with the actions while I read it. Greater love has no one than this to lay down one's life for one's friends. John 15, verse 13. Okay, click through. And that's where it all is. And I'm sure you can remember it. And if you can't, you run this video through again and I'll be checking. You are!
Love has no one that this that laid down his life for his friends. John 15 verse 13.
Hello, and I'm telling you what's it all about. So, we've heard lots of people tell us the parable of the field and the treasure that was in it. I want to tell you what happened to my potatoes. Just here I've got a bag of potatoes and they're potato season, they're growing at the moment. So springtime is when you plant them and then by early autumn you have some potatoes. What you do is you tip the bag over and all the soil comes out and then you dig around trying to find those potatoes. So that's what we did last year. We dug around and we found lots of yummy potatoes which we were able to eat. And then I put all the soil back in the bag because I didn't want it lying around. When the soil was in the bag, I then just left it. Well, this spring I came to plant some new seeded potatoes and little did I know that there was a huge potato inside the bag. I had no idea that that treasure was in there, and we had a giant jacket potato for our dinner, which was really, really yummy. We don't always know what's hidden treasures, but God sees us as the treasure. And God is who bought the field for us. He paid the price. He paid the price by Jesus. And we are of great value. He wants to spend lots and lots of time with us. So we are like the pearl, or we are like the special treasure. We are so important and priceless, and He just loves us so much. Jesus paid the price so that we could be a child of God. How exciting is that? Now here, whoa, can you see? Whoa, I've got a big pot of soil, and I wanted to know if my children would actually notice, and you know what? They didn't. They didn't notice that anything was growing in there, but let me have a dig around. Oh, I'm sure I've hid something in it. Oh, look! I found gold! How exciting is that? Over to you.
lovely to see you all on the screen last week. It'd be great if you could all get up on your feet and join in with the songs with us today. We're going to start with one that we did last week. It'd be great to see you all dancing along with us.
In my wrestling, in my dance, in my failures, you won't walk out. Your great love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. You are the peace in my troubled sea. In the silence, you won't let go. In my questions, your truth will hold. Your great love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Oh, you are the peace in my troubled sea. My lighthouse, shining in the darkness, I will follow you. Oh, my lighthouse, I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore. Safe to shore. Safe to shore. I won't feel what tomorrow brings. With each morning I'll rise and sing. My God's love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Oh, you are the peace in my troubled sea. Oh, you are my light, my lighthouse, shining in the darkness. I will follow you. Oh, my lighthouse, I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore. Safe to shore. Safe to shore. Safe to shore. Fire before us, you're the brightest. You will lead us through the storm. Hey! Fire before us, you're the brightest. You will lead us through the storm. Hey! Fire before us, you're the brightest. You will lead us through the storm. Hey! Fire before us, you're the brightest. You will lead us through the storm. Hey! My lighthouse, shining in the darkness, I will follow you. My lighthouse, I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore. I just say safe again. Safe to shore. Safe to shore. Hey! Finally!
Free like a bird in the big blue sky, not a cloud or a care for a million miles. I won't worry about a thing. God loves me and He loved me first. He rescued me when I was in a lurch, and I won't worry about a thing. To the left I'll fly, fly, fly. To the right I'll glide, glide, glide. Oh, and I won't worry gonna soar up high, 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 oh, and I won't worry about a thing. Free like a bird in the big blue sky, not a cloud or a care for a million miles. I won't worry about a thing. God loves me and He loved me first. He rescued me when I was in a lurch, and I won't worry about a thing. To the left I'll fly, fly, fly. To the right I'll glide, glide, glide. Oh, and I won't worry about a thing. I'm gonna swoop down low.
Hey,
I'm gonna soar up.
Hi! Hi! Reach up to the sky!
Oh, and I won't worry about a thing. To the left I'll fly, fly, fly. To the right I'll glide, glide, glide. Oh, and I won't worry about a thing. I'm gonna swoop down low, low. I'm gonna soar up high, high, high. Oh, and I won't worry about a thing. Yeah, I won't worry about a thing. Whoa, and I won't worry about a thing.
Awesome, guys. Thanks. See you soon.
Boys and girls, how are you all doing? You all okay? Ready to do some craft? Now, I've never been a Blue Peter presenter, but today I'm going to give it a go. So the verse that we're looking for today, that we're looking at, is all about a pearl, which is a really special treasure. And the verse says, "The kingdom of heaven is like a merchant looking for fine pearls. When he found one of great value, he went away and sold everything he had just to buy it." So Sarah's asked me to come up with a craft or two to help us understand this Bible verse. Now it's tricky, isn't it? Because we're at home, so I had to have a think about the things that we could use all around our house. Spike! Hi Spike, how are you doing? Are you going to help me with the crafts today? Hey Spike, guess how many crafts we're going to try and do? 3. I know, we're going to try it. Okay, you ready everybody? Should we go for the first one? Spike, if you shoot off and I'll call you if I need anything, okay? Cool, see you in a minute. Okay, so we need something to keep our pearl in now. Pearl is a circle shape, isn't it? So I thought to myself, what could we use? And you know what? You can use anything. So these are the things that I thought might be really good. So the first thing you're going to need, if Mummy and Daddy have got one and there aren't any in it, is an egg box. So that's what we need. We need an egg box. Now what we need is for you to ask your mummy, daddy, friend, auntie, uncle or carer to cut out a section of the egg box. If only I had one. Spike, my main man, brilliant. He's cut me one out already. Can you see? Thanks Spike, you go and have a rest. So this is my empty egg cup. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to turn it beautiful pearl holder, just like this one here. So if you are little, maybe if you are 2 or 3, this one might be for you. So what I'd like you to do is find some paint or some pens or some crayons, and you can get really busy painting the inside as well of your egg cup. Is pink all right, Spike? Is that okay? Yeah, we're going to go with pink. Okay. We don't need anything else though, do we? We just need something to colour it, to make it look pretty. So here we go. Here's my lovely pink egg cup. Now you're going to be a lot more careful than me. You're not going to do a rush job like I'm doing. Now when you finished it, pearls are really precious, so we want to put something inside to protect it. Now I know it's a bit of a commodity, but if you could borrow some tissue paper, toilet paper, from mummy or daddy, your carer, auntie, uncle or friend, that would be great. But I had some leftover cotton wool, so I thought that would make a really good bed for my pearl. Oh, that's a bit too much. Can you help me, Spike? Pull. Oh, very good. Thank you. Very good. So here we go. Here is my little bed for my pearl. Now, I got to thinking, what can I use for a pearl? Anything. You can use a bit of Lego. You can use anything. Do you know what I could really do with? Some Play-Doh. That would be really great to make something in a pearl shape to go in. Oh, I haven't got any Play-Doh. That's the only problem. Spike! Real skills, my friend. Thank you very much. Purple Play-Doh. So I'm going to take a bit of my Play-Doh. I'm going to roll it up into a ball. And then I'm going to put it inside my egg cup. So I have got... Here's what I made earlier. I have got my very lovely egg cup with its nice cosy bed and a precious pearl. Yeah. Oh no, we're not going to do glitter right now. No, not now. Maybe later. We're also going to learn how to stay out of shot. Okay, right, so that's how we do our little pearl holder. If maybe you've got little hands and maybe you need a bit of help. If you're feeling like you want to try something a bit trickier, I thought to myself, what about a cake case? Just one of these. If your mummy or daddy or anyone at your house has got one of these make a great pearl shape. So what I thought I would do, really speedy, here's another I made earlier. It's white on the outside, but inside is somewhere to put my pearl. Now, I was thinking about what I could use for a pearl. Now, I've used some Play-Doh. I said Lego might be good. Oh, if only I had some pom-poms. Pom-poms would be great. You got... Just one pom-pom's fine. Thanks, Spike. But, yeah, okay. We're going to go with a green one. We're very lucky to... Yeah, thank you, Spike. It was an excellent idea. Okay, so I have put inside here, there is my pearl. Okay. So then what I was thinking was that I could do with another circle shape, but something that maybe might be a little bit trickier for some of you older children. So I've got my paper plate, yeah, and I folded it in half to make the shape of the shell that holds the pearl. I think I said a pearl shape earlier, but that would be wrong because the pearl is what goes inside. Now what I decided to do with my paper plate was I've got some card, any card will do. I just happen to have lots of bright card hanging around, and I wrote down the Bible verse from today on a piece of card. And I got one of my pom-poms from earlier. Thanks, Spike. Yes, you're welcome. No, that's what you say. Whatever. And I decided on the inside, I know it's back to front again, that I would write down my verse, make it look really beautiful with lots of colours, and I stuck my white pom-pom inside just like that. Now, like I said before, there are all sorts of things that you could use to make your pearl. You could use some Play-Doh, you could screw up some tissue paper or toilet roll, anything that you think would be a good pearl shape. Maybe you've got a marble. Not glitter, not right now. I can't cope with the glitter. Should we have a little bit of glitter? Okay. Okay. It is very special, so I am going to add... Are you happy now, Spike? Okay, do you want to help me with the glitter? You be careful. Okay, boys and girls, I'm not sure this is a great idea because Spike goes a bit crazy when it's glitter. Okay, go. Oh, no! Ah, no! Right, okay, Spike, look, I've got bits stuck to me. Right, we now have glitter all over the kitchen, but do you know what? I don't really mind, Spike, because we've made our treasure inside our shell look really glittery and beautiful. So well done, Spike, you were right about the glitter. So those are the sorts of things that you could do. If you don't have an egg box or a paper plate or a cup, any piece of paper or card, just like I showed you, will do. If you get something round to draw around the bottom of, like this, so here's my pencil. Are you watching, Spike? This is, you know, this is tricky stuff. So I'm going to draw around the bottom of my cup, like that. And I'm very carefully with my scissors or some children's scissors, or I'm going to ask a grown-up to cut around the circle. Is this alright? Am I doing okay? A bit nervous with scissors. Round we go. Now I've got my own circle shape, and we can fold it in half, and I've got my shell ready like that. And you can even write straight on there. You can write down the verse from today. What do you think, Spike? Do you think the boys and girls have got lots of ideas now? I think we said we'd do 3, but we actually did 4, didn't we? Oops. So there you go, boys and girls. I hope you've enjoyed the craft today. Get creative. Do whatever you think will work to make your really lovely pearl inside your shell, to remind you that the kingdom of heaven is like the merchant looking for that pearl. And when he found it, he went away and he sold everything he had to buy... What's that? To buy what? More glitter? No, he didn't go to buy more glitter. He went to buy the pearl. Silly Spike. Anyway, say goodbye to the boys and girls, Spike. Bye!